good morning, good afternoon to everybody. Welcome to the last of our social media for entrepreneurs video, a webinar, and this one is on YouTube. So yeah, we've looked at various platforms. We've looked at LinkedIn, we've looked at blogging, we've looked at Facebook, and today now we're just finishing the series off with YouTube. So YouTube is one of those real interesting platforms that a lot of people discount as non-strategic, and so hopefully this short masterclass in YouTube will get you to realize how critical and important it is to any business, but especially small businesses, because small businesses can use YouTube as much as a international corporate can. You've got access to the same facilities and the same expertise, and it doesn't cost anything more than you can do. So you can compete on an equal platform to the big corporates using a platform like YouTube. You just got to know a little bit about it. So I was fortunate enough to be invited by YouTube onto their YouTube Academy a couple of years ago, and we were put on an intensive course. It took about two and a half months to get through all the lessons there, and they really peeled back a whole lot of stuff for us and made us realize that YouTube's not just about watching videos. YouTube has a whole lot of stuff, and it was really good for us. So I'm a qualified YouTube something that says on the form, but it was really good to be able to go through that, because it's definitely enhanced my YouTube skill. So let's get into it, and we can have a look exactly what we're about, and just understand that. So those are all the different platforms that we've looked at. Those are all the different things that we've been through. We looked at the website, blog, Twitter, fan page, Facebook, LinkedIn, and the other platforms that we've spoken about, like IFTTT. And today we're playing around with YouTube. So let's unpack. What is YouTube? Well, YouTube's a very interesting thing. I looked it up to find out what they say they are, like I have with all the others, and they just say YouTube is a video sharing website, and that's really the sort of underestimating exactly what they are. YouTube also claims to be the second most used search engine platform, second only to its big brother Google. And Google owns YouTube, and they have for the past 7 years, and they've done amazing things with it. And when they went out and bought it, they announced, I went to a Google Expo talk thing that we had here, and it was really interesting. They announced that all of a sudden video was very important for SEO, the search engine optimization, within any website or any brand. And I immediately went out, bought a video camera, and started creating videos for YouTube. And over the past number of years, I've created a number of videos, and we've gone from having a little handheld cell phone camera that you had to download the video each time you did it because there wasn't enough space on the camera, to 2 videos, right up now to we have our video studio in our office, and we're able to produce some pretty slick videos and unpack that. So a little bit more on that a little later. So what do we have on YouTube? Well, we have on YouTube a number of things. You can just use YouTube without logging on. And that's what a lot of people do. You can go into YouTube, you don't have to sign on to any account, and you can view pretty much all the videos that you can. And a lot of people just use it like that. They use it to, view videos, and you can choose your theme. And the nice thing about video is that it'll recommend other videos when you finish that one, and so you can go on there. You can take it to the next level, and you can actually create an account. Now, if you've got a Gmail account, you automatically get a YouTube account because they're linked, but you can sign in using other emails, and you can have a multi-account structure that you can switch between accounts. So if you look at what I've got, I've got a master Gmail account, and underneath that there's about 7 or 8 different sub-accounts that I'm able to switch between without actually leaving the master account, and it allows you to manage various different brands on that. A little complicated, but don't worry about that. If you've got an account and you logged onto YouTube when you're viewing, then it does a number of things. Firstly, it records everything that you've watched, okay? And based on your viewing history, it'll recommend other videos. So that's really great. So if you go there and you're doing entrepreneurial videos or business creation videos, then it'll recommend a whole bunch of other stuff. If on the other hand you're looking for videos on a non-savory point of view, it'll keep prompting you with those themes. So be careful what you view, be careful what you search on, and be careful what you kind of go in there and do when you're logged under an account, especially using somebody else's account. Be careful of what you do there. YouTube is also able to recommend videos based on what you search on in Google. If you logged into Google and you're doing searches on that and you go to YouTube, and lo and behold, there we go, a whole lot of videos on what you've been searching for there as well. And they also read all your mails. Yes, if you've got a Gmail account and you're sending Gmails around, in and around, that sort of stuff, then you will recommend that. If you don't believe me, go and send a Gmail account about a specific topic, and then go to YouTube and you'll see recommendations based on that. So you go, I'm just moving to a new home and really excited about my new kitchen, and we're going to renovate and do that. Then go to YouTube and go to anywhere else on Google, and you'll see those recommendations for house renovations, new kitchens, etc., etc. So they're smart and they know how to get you. So just be careful what you do there. It's really helpful if you're kind of searching, because then everything comes together. But like I said, if you are caught in sort of doing stuff, then don't. Use an unsigned off account, or sort of go incognito is the term that Google uses, and you're able to do that. But I don't know, I think they still monitor those as well. So underneath your personal account, and you can have a company account as well as a personal account on YouTube, and we'll look at the difference between that. Underneath that account, you've got channels, okay? You can create a channel which is a formal view of your videos, okay? So if you just sign on with accounts into YouTube, you view the videos, you're a user of that. And what we want to talk about is how to manipulate, how to get into YouTube to become a provider of videos on the YouTube. And you do that by creating what they call a channel. And a channel has channel art and a logo, and you can set that up there, and we'll speak a little bit about that. Within a channel, you get playlists. So you're able to get playlists, and the playlists are a number of series of videos that are like-minded. They can follow episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can just have, these are all the videos on cats, and another playlist and a video on truck accidents, and you can have another list on how to cook chicken. And so you can group your videos with that. You can add videos to a playlist of your own videos, or you can then find other people's videos and add them to your playlist. So you can have a combination of the two with that. And we'll speak briefly about the income streams and then the advertising on YouTube that you can do. So that kind of unpacks a little bit about where we're going with that. Okay, so let's look at the business profile. Personal profile. We said that you can just do a view option, register account on that. When you go into there, you've got a photo and a banner. The banner on YouTube is crazy big, and all the others are, that sort of normal size, 1,000 by 300 or 1,000 by 400 pixels. The one on YouTube just seems to be 10 times that big. I'm not too sure why. It's very hard to create your own banner on that unless you've got great software that can create, and my software can't do that, so I have to rely on other people to do that. So it's just one of those harder, but there are a number of photos you can choose from that you can go there. So create a banner. Don't just leave it blank. Go and create a banner. Put in your photo. YouTube have got this funny thing is that you put in a square logo and they make it round. They kind of put it through a round circle filter. So be careful that your photo is not cut off or anything. Rather make a smaller photo within that. Go back and test it and check with that. and it will, if you don't put a photo in, it's going to use your Google account to just, it'll just bring in that photo with that. If you don't have anything, it'll just leave it blank. So make sure that you update that to be somebody. And remember, we've spoken at length about is that if you've got an online presence, then be a proper person online. Don't try hide behind things. If you've got a company profile, then you put your logo into that, and then it's all about the company. So you can play the two. You can have both at the same time, remember, under one of those linked accounts. There's a little bit about, it's not very informative, but there's a block where you can do about. And again, if you've got a Facebook page or a LinkedIn company page, make sure that what you're saying about your company is the same, and it's updated across all the different platforms. So go back and copy what you've done off your website and make sure you update all your social media platforms. And the interesting little thing there is the privacy settings, is that you can set those accordingly, and they just kind of on and off. Do people get to see what you've liked or not? And you can turn that on and off. Do you want people to see what you've subscribed to, and do you want people to see what your playlist videos are about? And you can turn those on and off. So go there, it's the privacy, click on the little about cog, and you can, it's set underneath that, and get that done there. Just make sure that you're updated and you're happy that people are seeing what you're doing there. Otherwise you're kind of spamming a lot of people about stuff that they don't necessarily want to see. Just some admin things in there. It's not as nice as some of the other platforms where you can set a whole lot of privacy things. There's pretty much 3 or 4 options turned on or off with that. Again, so now you've set up your account, you can now define your channel. And a channel, like I said, is your channel. If you think of your TV set and your TV that you have, you've got different channels within your TV, and each channel then has different programs within that, and your channel you can set up. So you set up your channel, and you can set it up to be entrepreneurial channel or dog channel or cooking channel, and you can create that. With that banner, again, it's a different banner that you can put up for the channel art, they call it. And the nice little thing there, and this is a little hard to sort of get right, if you just got to kind of look and go through that process there. But if someone's not subscribed to your channel and they arrive at your channel for the first time, you can play them a promo video. So you go make a little video to say, hi, my name's Bruce and welcome to my channel. In this channel we're doing A, B, and C, and we hope to see it there. Please subscribe here, and you can put a subscribe thing on the video, which is a hot link, and then they click and subscribe, and they won't see that video again. Next time they come to the channel, they'll come to the version with all the playlists linked. So it's for the unsubscribed. With that, YouTube, Facebook has got the same thing for your page. If they come as an unliked person to your page, they see something slightly different. If you've set it up, it's the same thing here. And underneath your channel, once they've clicked there, they can then go see all the playlists that you've set up, and under that playlist, all your videos. Any video that's not part of a playlist will just be put in the general area, and then they can see all the stuff that you've uploaded and your subscriptions that you've subscribed to if you've set that privacy. And you can then go view your stats. And the stats on YouTube are fascinating. It's one of those areas where you can literally get lost in a rabbit hole for days, and it's one of the key things to analyze what you've got there. So a little bit of hints that I can share from the information from all the videos that people have watched is that you can understand that 100% of people always watch the beginning of the video. Kind of makes sense. But the very few people watch the videos right to the end. So your drop-off rate it's a line of about 30 degrees that kind of plummets down there. And so you get to about 20% of people who watch the videos to the end. So a lot of people watch a video and then, no, I don't want to see that, and they lose interest and they go there. 20% of the people watching the video right to the end. So one of the little hints that we show is that if you're doing a marketing website, if you're doing a company promo website, if you're doing an instruction or a product branding video, make sure you put the names and the references and the click-throughs in the beginning of the video. Don't wait to the end and say, at the end of this video, I'll show you all this sort of stuff. It's not a workshop. It's not something that you can force people to stay. That drop-off rate is quite vast, and it's not just my videos. We've looked at others as well. There's that drop-off in time. So it kind of makes sense to put your credits and your click-throughs and your website and anything that you want, the call to action part at the beginning of the website, as the video, as well as at the end, so people can get there. So you can start off a video, hi, today we're going to be talking about this green widget, and if you want to buy this widget, click here, but in the meantime, I'll explain how it works. And then these people can sit there, and a lot of people will click through. And any click-through things that you can do on a video are able to monitor on stats, so you can see where your click-through rates are working and how many people are clicking through. Make sense? All right, this is all goggly good to you. Then go and play with the stuff, and you'll see there. If it still doesn't make sense, then speak to us, send us an email, comment on here, and we can update that for you as we go. So that's quite a lot of stats, quite a lot of information there. And be careful if you're not a stats person and get lost and confused. If you are a stats person, it's going to be a little heaven for you to play with. So when you're uploading a video, now when you've created a video, it's your own video, you've got rights to use this video, make sure that any images that you use in the video are yours, make sure any music that you use in your video you're legally allowed to use, and there's a number of rules and regulations. I'm not going to recite them to you, but ultimately there's a whole lot of free music that you can use. There's also music that you can buy to use in videos, but if you're using other people's video, other people's music that you're not allowed to use, you will get kicked off. Your video will be blacklisted. It'll put a big red cross through it, and if you're a repeat offender of that, they will blacklist you from YouTube, and they'll suspend you from that. And just this morning, somebody I was speaking to has their LinkedIn, Facebook suspended for 30 days because they violated one of the things we spoke about, and that's about they just branding and marketing yourself too much. When you get to a tipping point, LinkedIn cuts you off, and the same thing has happened to YouTube. I've had my account suspended on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube by pushing the boundaries too much. It's part of my job. That's the thing. Mostly it's about using content that you shouldn't be using because of license agreements, okay? So just be careful a little bit around that. Be careful with that. And once you've got your video, then you can upload it. You can upload HD videos, and it'll render it accordingly. And the nice thing about YouTube is done very, very well. If you're viewing the video on mobile or a low rate line, it will then reduce that for you. But the higher resolution you upload it, the greater. We use 720, and if that doesn't mean anything to you, don't worry about it. It's you want a nice aspect ratio of 16:1, which is kind of what your screen looks like. It's that landscape version, and make sure that it's clean and crisp, your sound is clear, and you've got a good quality video that you can create. You then upload it, and there's a number of things that you need to tick box when you're uploading a video, and specifically if you're uploading a video around a brand. Okay, so the thumbnail is probably the most important thing, because if you look at the videos, you're looking at what attracts you to that video. It's the thumbnail, which is the picture that you see on YouTube about what the video is doing. Now, if you look at a lot of the videos that are the general category of spam videos, the best of bad women drivers, accidents that have happened, road accidents, cat videos, you won't believe that this happened, and he looked up and you won't believe what he saw, all those sort of videos and that sort of category, you'll see that the thumbnail has been specifically chosen and often doesn't even come from the video. So it'll be something that, really perks your interest, something that's immediately gets there. And you're able to override your thumbnail on your video. And then if you can't go and activate it on a new account, so some of these features are not available. So you need to earn the right to have some of these options that we're going to speak about, but you can do that. Otherwise, YouTube will give you a choice of 3, and they're just 3 frames. It's kind of the beginning, middle, and somewhere at the end, and you can choose which thumbnail you can use. If your account doesn't allow you to put your own thumbnail up, just choose the best one, but often they couldn't have chosen 3 worst moments in your video. So we try to create a nice logo. We try to create something there that's kind of expresses what the thoughts of the video is about. So a lot of thought into that. The guys who are earning big money on YouTube, they say the thumbnail is the most critical part. Because if you get your thumbnail perfect, people will watch your video, and people watch your video means more people are going to watch your video, and so it goes there. And then you've got the name of your video, and I suppose that's the second greatest thing there, is that you've got a video, you do that, so something inspirational, like, you know, that attracts attention. And if you're in that spamming type of videos that you just want to get huge amounts of views, then use that. I won't believe, or, you know, 3 out of 5 men believe this to be true. What do you think? And those types of headlines that you can do there. But if you're in a branding thing, make it very clear that this, you know, is a product review, reviewing this widget, number 452, and have it very clear that you've got that search criteria on the name as well. So your name comes up as part of your search if people are searching for your video. The description that you put under there, you can put quite a lot of information underneath that. Again, there, heavy keywords, make sure that you're writing about what you do there. Then you've got tags underneath that, again, there, SEO tag words, and put in those keywords there. And then your video, you've got 3 options to list your video under. You can have it as a public video, and the public video means that everybody's get to see it, and it's available so people who are searching, they can see it, they can share it, they can favorite it, they can like it, they can then you know, put it onto their playlists and stuff. It's free format, and you kind of cease to own the rights to that video once you put it up in that. Then you have unlisted videos, and these are an interesting one. These are videos that are available, but only if you've got the link. So if I put up an unlisted video for a specific client that I've done, I'll load it up as unlisted. I'll send them the link via email. They get to watch it. If they're happy with it, we then change it to a public video later. Or we've got a whole lot of unlisted videos that we do with draft videos that we can put it up. What do you think of this? We're working on this video with you. Here's the latest version. What do you think? And nobody else in the search engine will be able to find it. They can't randomly come across that video because it's unlisted to everybody else. And then you get private videos, and private videos are pretty much, I've uploaded it, but nobody can see it. And only you get to see that video. You can't share that with anybody else. If you send the URL, they try to view it, they'll say, this is a private video, you can't see it. So it's a good way of turning a video off if you need to, and you can do that. So a few of the videos that kind of have expired, or we don't want to take down because they got good readership and viewership, we just mark them private, and then they're no longer part of the world for other people to see. And then you've got a number of playlists. You can define your playlists with that, and then when you upload a video, you can allocate that video to a playlist that you've already got, or you can create new playlists and you can add that on there. There's another tab which is vitally important because location is the new thing. Well, it's one of the latest things that's very important, because in any search you will always get to see the higher up on the list the locations that are close to you. So always put in the date that the video was uploaded or created, and it's not automatically done. You've got to type it in there, and your location. And you can just type in, you know, wherever you are, and it will automatically find it, or you can actually adjust it down to a certain address or something. So if I'm looking for videos on Cape Town, then it will look for locations around that. Or if I go there and say looking for companies around that on YouTube, and I'm in Cape Town, it knows that I'm in Cape Town, it will show me the videos that are in that area already. So it's very key that you put in both the date and the location there. Videos without a date and out a location don't get those higher hit rates as the others do, because it adds to the searching for that. So it's very important when you're building a brand video to have all the stuff imported there. Make sure that your brand name and your keywords are included in all that information around there. All right, there's a little thing there. Now, this is for advanced clients, is that earning money off accounts. There are some people that earn 6 figures off you being YouTubers. There's a couple of people, that's their job. They're YouTubers, and they earn good money around it. They had the World Awards for all the high-earning YouTubers, and it ranged from, 13-year-old kids to older people, and they do a number of things. We've got a couple of famous South African YouTubers. There's a guy in East London, PE, I think it is, somewhere there, and he's still at school and he's earning big money. And then there's a couple of celebs that have got their name out on YouTube and making inroads into that sort of stuff there. But once your account is verified and linked to an account, and you can go through that process, and you've got to go to a couple of hoops to jump through. Take you a couple of hours to get your account authorized and stuff. Then you're able to display your video, so you can choose where your video is going, and you can get your video then marked on that, and then people can put advertising on your video. Okay, so there's two things here. You create a video, you monetize that video, then people can put their adverts on your video. Now, you've seen it when you first start playing a video. It says skip the advert in 3, 4, 2, 1. That's one of them. Then you get banner adverts. You can get the overlay adverts, and then you can actually have sponsored adverts that people pay and say, I want my advert to be on all videos with these tag words, and you can do that. So there's a couple of ways to earn money. Anytime anybody clicks on that advert, you earn a percentage of that money. Now, don't sit there and think this is your road to riches. I looked at my account yesterday, and what's today? The 20-something of the month, and so far this month I've earned 80 US cents. Okay, yay. Not very much money with that. If you want to become a YouTuber, you've got to have like literally tens of millions of views and make sure that you get a global audience. So big effort. You can't just have 3 or 4 videos up there and expect this is your future holiday fund. It's not going to work, and they only pay out when you reach a threshold of $100, I think, and if you don't reach that threshold, then you lose that money. So I'm on 80 cents. Got a way to go with that. So it's not a primary focus of ours. We put on there because your adverts get used a little bit more, and you can do that. Even though some of my videos have got close to 1 million views, it's still not an income generator for us at all. So be careful about that. All right, once your video is uploaded, then you can do 3 things. You can link your video to other things, and YouTube allows you to do 3 different stuff. You can just share your video, and it'll give you a URL. This is a video that I uploaded yesterday. It'll give you a URL with that, and you can copy that into Facebook or LinkedIn, and then it'll bring up a little promo with that. If you want to embed your video, which means you want to embed it into a blog or embed it into your website, then you click the embed, and it'll give you this iframe HTML code. And there's a couple of things there, is that it gives you the height 560 with a width of 560 with a height of 315. That's quite big. We reduce that down to 420 and 236, I think it is, to get a proportion for the website, for our blogs, and that fitting quite nicely. So this video will be downloaded and loaded up to YouTube and then put on the blog at that time. So if you're watching this on our blog, that's the size that we have there. And then you've got the source code with that. There's a couple of other triggers you can add on to here to make sure that the video automatically replays and it doesn't refer to other videos at the end of that. And you can put a board around it and all that sort of stuff that allows full screen. Technical stuff, you can play with that and that if you're technically enabled with that, or it says you can email it. So if you see a video and you just want to email it, you click on the email, you fill in an email address, type a message, and it'll email to a friend. So there's various ways of sharing your video or linking your video to other platforms with that. I just want to show you that the embed is quite important. Because you want to load your video from YouTube into your blog, into other places like that, and you can create this little iframes with that, which puts it into your website in a little HTML block and is able to be viewed quite nicely. So if you go look at our website, you'll see a number of videos in both our blog and on the pages that are being used for this. It enhances your website and enhances views because, funny enough, the lazier people get, the more they want to watch videos instead of reading text. And in my kind of experience, you give 100 words, which is a minute to read for an average person, or you give them a 2-minute video, they'll rather watch the 2-minute video than read the 100 words. So it's just how it is. People are lazy. Okay, so you can link your video to all the stuff, all the platforms that we've spoken about: Facebook, blog, Twitter, email, and LinkedIn. Don't forget that you can also add your video into LinkedIn. We spoke about that in your LinkedIn masterclass. If you don't know where that is, then go back and view that LinkedIn webinar a few weeks ago. It's all available here, right on Expertise or on our blog. Go view that and work out how to do that. It's very important to add and enhance your videos around that. Okay, so the types of videos that you can use there is that you can put fun videos, family videos, braai videos, this is me on the weekend, that sort of stuff. You can do product reviews, and this is the key thing here, is that if you want to know anything about a product, is that I always go there. Firstly, I'll go and research the type of product I want. If I want an unbiased version of what the product looks like, like a new cell phone or a new drone or any type of electronic equipment, go to YouTube and search the product. And there's always somebody that's got an unpacking video about that or a product review, and they kind of get the box and say, well, today we're unpacking this, and they open up in the box, we've got this and this and this, and it looks like this, and it gives you an independent review of what the product is, what Google calls the zero moment of truth, the ZMOT. And it gives you that experience of experiencing the product without ever having to go buy it or go to the shop to do that. And YouTube has become the ZMOT platform of choice, and there's so many different products out there that can be reviewed. The question to you is, are your products on YouTube to give ZMOT moments to your potential clients? And that is the key thing. That's what YouTube can be used for. It's not about cat videos. It's not about road accidents. It's not about all these things. It's about utilizing that for your brand to get your brand up and working to enable you to manipulate the market to bias towards your brand. So it's very included in that is instructional and educational videos, a whole lot of stuff. There's tons of these courses, and you can pretty much go and look for instructions on how to carve turkey, or how to grow beans, or how to do a business plan, or how to fill in your income tax. And there's videos about all that. So there's a bunch of educational and instructional stuff there. And then there's the best of, and you can waste your entire weekend watching the best of videos, and it's very addictive. Just the thing there is that if you've got both fun and personal videos as well as branding videos, separate them out between accounts or different playlists. You can make a playlist more private than the other ones, and you can sit there, so people not sitting there in your channel and then they got pictures of you, playing in the sprinkler in your without your shirt on one week, and then there's, oh, this is you with a suit and tie on trying to say that I'm a professional business person. Separate those out there so there's not a mix between that two, and people are not going to get confused. Similar to what we spoke about in Facebook and getting that done. All right, and that's pretty much the end. It's half an hour, and that time goes by quickly. We've done LinkedIn, web blogging, Facebook, and YouTube. This is the end of the series on social media for entrepreneurs. and we've taken a whole bunch of calls and emails around this. If you've still got further information that you still need, please drop me a line. Next month, the month of October, we are chatting about growth strategies for your business. So we got a number of really cool topics that we're going to be covering in this series as we start the growth strategies, and we're going to define your purpose, your plans, and your productivity in around that, and unpack that quite a lot with your future. So welcome. Thank you very much for watching this, and if you've missed any of the ones in the series, please go back and watch them on any of our platforms. They're available, and we look forward to your comments and your questions and your contributions for the future. My name is Bruce Wade. There's my email address, bruce@emsolutions. Or drop by our website, emsolutions.co.za, and go see what we're about, and come and join us. We look forward to having you at one of our workshops or further stuff, or if you want to come and chat to us via Skype or in person in Cape Town, we'd love to host you and make a good cup of coffee and chat about your future as an entrepreneur of note. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.